Have you ever wondered how electricity, the very lifeblood of our modern world, was discovered? Once upon a time, ancient civilizations were already playing with electricity, although they didn't fully understand it yet. They were fascinated by the sparks that flew when amber was rubbed with fur, what we now know as static electricity. And let's not forget those electric fish, known in ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome, whose shocks must have been quite the conversation starter. Fast forward to the 18th century, where our understanding of electricity began to take shape. Benjamin Franklin, that kite-flying, key-dangling maverick, dared to draw lightning from the clouds, proving that lightning was indeed a form of electricity. Then there was Luigi Galvani, whose experiments with frogs revealed that electricity was not just in the skies or in strange fish, but also pulsing within living beings themselves. These early pioneers had only just begun to unravel the mysteries of electricity. So, we've discovered electricity, but how did we learn to harness this invisible force? A question that pushed mankind into a new era of development, a quest that began with a single invention: the battery. Let's take a step back to the early 19th century. A time of discovery and invention, when a man named Alessandro Volta was about to change the world. Volta, an Italian physicist, was intrigued by electricity. He wanted to find a way to store this magical force, and in his pursuit, he invented something we all use today: the battery. Volta's battery was a simple device, consisting of alternating layers of zinc, brine-soaked cloth or paper, and silver. By arranging these materials in a certain way, Volta was able to create a steady flow of electricity. This was a game changer. For the first time in history, electricity could be stored and used at will. It was no longer a fleeting spark, but a reliable source of power. But the story doesn't end here. The invention of the battery was just the first step. The next giant leap came from a British scientist named Michael Faraday. Faraday took Volta's idea and ran with it, creating the first electric generator in the mid-19th century. Faraday's generator was a brilliant innovation. It used a magnetic field to convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. This meant that electricity could now be produced on a larger scale. It was no longer limited to the small amount stored in a battery. Faraday's generator could produce a steady stream of electricity, enough to power a whole host of new inventions. These two pivotal inventions, the battery and the generator, paved the way for the use of electricity on a larger scale. They allowed us to harness the power of this invisible force, transforming it from a scientific curiosity into a practical tool that could be used to improve our everyday lives. With the ability to generate electricity, a new era was dawning. The era of harnessing the power, the era of electricity as we know it today. How did we go from generating electricity to lighting up entire cities? This is a fascinating journey, and it starts in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, a period of rapid change and innovation. During this time, electricity moved from being a scientific curiosity to a vital part of everyday life. This shift wouldn't have been possible without the tireless work of pioneers like Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla. Edison, often hailed as America's greatest inventor, held over 1,000 patents, many of which were for innovations related to electricity. His most famous achievement? The practical electric light bulb. Meanwhile, Tesla, a brilliant inventor and Edison's one-time employee, made significant contributions to the development of electric power. He is best known for his work on alternating current (AC) electrical systems, which formed the foundation of modern electricity distribution. The rivalry between these two men, known as the War of the Currents, was a defining period in the history of electricity. Edison championed direct current (DC), while Tesla and his business partner George Westinghouse advocated for AC. AC eventually won out, primarily because it could be transmitted over long distances more efficiently and safely. As electricity became more prevalent, the need for a system to deliver it became apparent. This led to the creation of power grids, complex networks designed to deliver electricity from suppliers to consumers. These grids started small, often just powering a single town or city, but grew over time. Today, they crisscross entire continents, allowing power to be shared and distributed on an unprecedented scale. Yet the process wasn't smooth. There were technical challenges to overcome, political battles to be fought, and public fears to be allayed. But step by step, invention by invention, electricity was tamed and harnessed. It was threaded through our homes, our streets, our cities. It powered our industries, lit up our nights, and transformed our lives. Electricity was no longer a novelty, it was a necessity. And this was only the beginning of its incredible journey. Electricity is now an integral part of our lives, but how is it produced today? Let's take a closer look. The production of electricity currently utilizes a diverse range of methods. Fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas are still widely used, but their environmental impact is significant and they are not sustainable in the long run. Next, we have nuclear power, which boasts a high energy output and lower carbon emissions compared to fossil fuels. However, the disposal of nuclear waste and potential for catastrophic accidents require careful management and consideration. Lastly, renewable energy sources like wind and solar power are rapidly gaining traction. Wind turbines and solar panels convert natural elements into electricity, offering a more sustainable and environmentally friendly solution. Efforts are ongoing to improve the efficiency of these technologies and reduce their environmental impact. From a simple spark to powering the world, the journey of electricity is truly electrifying. We've come a long way in our understanding and use of electricity, but what does the future hold? As we gaze forward, the potential for innovation in electricity production is vast. Our focus turns towards renewable energy technology, where advancements are transforming the way we generate electricity. Solar panels are becoming more efficient, wind turbines are growing larger, and the harnessing of tidal power is now a reality. But the most promising revolution might come from fusion power, a near-infinite source of energy that mimics the sun's process. While still in its infancy, fusion could provide a clean, safe, and abundant source of power, revolutionizing our relationship with electricity. Yet, none of this can be achieved without continued research and innovation. The importance of pushing the boundaries of our knowledge cannot be overstated, because the story of electricity is still being written, and we all have a part to play in its next chapter.